Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap!
I ain't ready for this.
Oh snap!
Oh! It's me. Look, man.
Bird, what's up, baby? Come on!
Hi, my name is Kat and Monica, and we are doing Joan of Arc, or better known as the Maid of Orleans. She was a 15th century Catholic saint and national heroine of France. Joan of Arc was born in 1412 to Jacques d'Arc and Isabelle Rome in the beautiful town of Domremy. Even at the young age of 12, her mission to God was clear. She heard voices in the field that she was working in. The voices and apparitions she visioned were those of Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, Saint Margaret, and they said to her that she was to drive out the English and bring the Dauphin to Reims for his coronation. On May 7, 1429, Joan led the French army into the battle at Fort Neer. At the age of 16, she asked a kinsman, Durad Lassois, to bring her to a nearby station, where she petitioned the garrison commander, Count Robert de Bendencourt, for permission to visit the royal French court at Chinon. This was a very prestigious honor. Bendencourt's sarcastic and rude response did not demean her. She returned the following January and gained support from two men of standing, Jean de Metz and Bourdon de Poulengy. Under their auspices, she gained a second interview where she made a remarkable prediction about a military reversal near Orleans. Joan asked for permission to travel with the French army in order to drive back the English. This was a most extreme request, especially considering the fact that she was a woman. She depended on a dead soldier's donations, such as an armor, horse, sword, and banner. She arrived at the siege of Orleans on April 29, 1429. But Jean d'Orleans, the acting head of the Orleans ducal family, initially excluded her from war councils and failed to inform her when the army engaged the enemy. However, this did not prevent her from being present at most councils and battles, in which she was looked to for leadership of the men. Unfortunately, she was captured by England's allies in one of these many battles. Joan of Arc was able to escape from the tower in which the English held her in. This tower was known as the Tower of Rowan. This is now known today as the Joan of Arc Tower. She escaped this tower by jumping out the window 70 feet down. She then immediately went to the battlefield again to continue her mission. After minor action at La Charte de Sur-Lornier in November and December, Joan went to Compiègne the following April to defend against an English hand Burgundian siege. A skirmish on May 23, 1940, led to her capture. When she ordered a retreat, she assumed the great place of honor as the last to leave the field. Burgundians surrounded the rear end guard. It was customary for a captive's family to ransom a prisoner of war. Unfortunately, Joan and her family lacked the financial resources. Many historians condemned King Charles VII for failing to intervene. She attempted several escapes, on one occasion jumping from her tower in Vermandois to the soft earth of a dry moat, after which she was moved to the Burgundian Tower of Arras. The English government eventually bought her from Duke Philip of Burgundy. Bishop Pierre Conchon of Beauvais, an English partisan, assumed a prominent role in these negotiations and her later trial. Joan said she was about 19 at her trial. Although the court did not have strong evidence against Joan, they opened a trial anyway. This act made the court break a law that violated ecclesiastical law in denying her right to an attorney or legal advisor. Later, after Joan's death, it has been said that little evidence they didn't have, and legal documents they had were actually altered and not in Joan's favor. Also, a few people who testified for Joan received death threats from the English. Joan, during her trial, was held in a man's prison guarded by the opposing side's guards. She was sexually assaulted, although she should have been held in a female prison watched by female guards, such as nuns. After being convicted of heresy, which was a capital offense, Joan of Arc was executed. Eyewitnesses described the scene of the execution by burning on the 30th of May, 1431. Tied to a tall pillar in the Vaux Marche in Rouen, she asked two of the clergy, Father Martin Ladvenu and Father Isambard de la Pierre, to hold the crucifix before her. A peasant also constructed a small cross, which she put in front of her dress. After she expired, the English raked back the coals to expose her charred body, so that no one could claim she had escaped alive. Then burned the body twice more to reduce it to ashes and prevent any collection of relics.
Joan of Arc has remained an important figure throughout Western culture. From Napoleon to the present, French politicians of all learnings have invoked her memory.
Major writers and composers who have created works about her include Shakespeare, Voltaire, Schiller, Verdi, Tchaikovsky, Twain, and Shaw. Depictions of her continue in film, television, video games, song, and dance still today.
When I come to the club, step aside. Pop the seats, don't be heavy in the lounge. VIP, cause you know I gotta shine. Fergie Ferg, give me love you long time. All my girls get down on the floor. Back to back, drop it down.